Hello and welcome to Artclstudios. Welcome back to Drawing and Talking. We're back with another Drawing and Talking, and tonight I have a different hairstyle, as you can see, looking like a unicorn out here. And tonight we're talking is open forum pretty much, but this is episode 24 of Drawing and Talking, and welcome to everyone joining. Hey Shaneska, Amira, and Louis, thank you for joining. All right, let me get the screen up and running. Let me get the music playing again. And thank you for joining. It's been a couple of weeks of the streaming, and I think I'll get to the 30th. And then, so I did this to learn how to stream. I did this to go on a journey about doing these streams, and I've learned a lot. I thank you to those who have joined along the lines. Hey, Melissa, thank you for joining. All right, so let me just put the clipboard. So today is an open forum, and I'll be drawing action poses. Because it's Friday, I like to do figure drawings on Fridays. So today I'm just going to be drawing just whatever comes to mind. And I might actually also work on some client stuff just because today I just want to chill and talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Open forum. Rosen Petals, welcome to the live. So, thank you for joining Open Forum. So today we can talk about anything. You guys can request a camera. Every day I have a topic. If you guys want to catch up with the topics that I've covered, you guys can go to my YouTube channel, and all the topics are there in order from 1 to 24. Today being 24. And again, I thank you guys for joining because it makes it fun, when there's people coming through. It's a bit interactive. It's challenging at times, but it's definitely fun, so I want to appreciate all those coming through. Again, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Artclstudios on YouTube. You can just type that in, or you can just look for Hansiel Polanco, and that's also a way to find me. And again, I want to thank you guys for sticking with me this whole time. And I also want to give a shout out to Joshua and Marlene, which purchased and got the orders of my shirts. And I also want to shout out Ismael he also purchased one of my shirts. These are some of the shirts that I have on my website right now. You can go to shop and you can check out some of the designs. I'll be posting this one pretty soon. This one should be going up soon, and this is a sketch I turned into a painting, which I also have in the background here, so you guys can see. There we go. So you guys can see the design. You guys will this one will be available pretty soon. But yeah, so many things have been happening in these past couple of days, in the world, but also on the online world. And I want to say, hey Louis, I want to say that I don't know how, but I kind of have feelings for things. So I did. Let me see. So I've been doing drawings for this series called Latin Tunes, and this is the result of the latest drawing. Which again, all these drawings will be compiled into videos. Shorter format videos, which should be dropping soon. There's Bad Bunny. Let me just pull them out because things are happening with these guys. So tonight, this guy, Romeo, which was the drawing I was working on Tuesday, he just dropped, they were just doing a live on Instagram, on YouTube. And it's pretty cool to see that whatever you have a hunch. Sometimes you just got to follow that hunch and things will come through. And let me see. I worked on a Tekashi 6ix9ine thing, and he broke records. And he just dropped a song today, which is going viral. It's going crazy. And Bad Bunny broke some record, which again, these are the drawings that I've been making, and I don't know why these are the people that I'm choosing, but it's happening. And Toño Rosario, which is another guy that I drew recently, he also has a challenge going on, and I didn't know about that. So that's one. That's the other one. That's the same guy, but without the mask. There is Takashi 69, which he just got out of jail recently, which that's the reason why I drew him, but I didn't know he was going to be dropping all these things. And then the first one, which I made, was Bad Bunny. She broke some record on Instagram or something. But just say that to say that it's just funny when you have a hunch, just follow it and, go through with your ideas, because sometimes they might lead to something and you'll be surprised. And yeah, I look forward to keep making these. I have 2 more to go, which this is the one that I started yesterday. I didn't get much. I didn't get to work on this one today, but I'll probably have it done by next week sometime. And then there is, let me see, there's one, and there's one more after that. So it'll be 6 in total from doing a fan, what is this, 6 fan art, which I didn't ask people, which I should have, but it just happened, Started this live streaming thing to learn how to live stream, and I'm on my 24th live stream, which feels pretty good. And I've learned made a lot of mistakes first, and I still make some mistakes here and there, but I've learned a lot when it comes to managing people in terms of the stream, how to handle it, how to say hello, how to welcome people in it. And that was the journey that I was embarking into from the beginning, which was to learn how to do these things. And first jumped in without knowing anything, and now I know. By the way, again, the series is called Latin Tunes, which you can see here at the bottom of the screen. And that was 5 drawings so far. Well, 4 drawings. The 5th one in practice, and then the 6th one would be the last one. And then I can go back to either the Dragon Ball Z series, or we can continue this depending on how this goes. I've also been making a lot of animation, which is pretty fun. Hey Matthew, welcome to the live. Thank you for joining. So this has been really fun, and tonight I'll be doing some poses. In the past I was doing timed poses, but tonight Roy died. Who's Roy? Who's Roy? All right, can't remember who. Or Roy. Hey Matthew. But yeah. So tonight I'm just gonna go to Pinterest, and I'm gonna be using some of those references in Pinterest. Oh, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Welcome to the family, man. Thank you for joining. I'll be dropping tutorials in the channel. I'll be making animations. But until I have the 30th video for this stream, I don't think I will be dropping the shorter formats, which I already have them set up. All I need is some music and the explanation of the video pretty much. But I have the footage compiled when it comes to the past drawings that I've made. Yeah, man. Thank you. We gotta put in the work, It's sometimes we get stuck and it feels hard and you feel discouraged sometimes. Should I do this today? But there's always a last voice that tells me, like, go do it, because you started something, you need to finish it. And sometimes when we're so close to find success is when we develop these habits of slacking. We're super close to achieving something better, And when we're right there, there's something that discourages us. And that's when you have to revisit your plans. That's when you revisit your plans. You look over the things you've done so that you know that you've made something. RH Lenin, bienvenido al en vivo. Estamos hablando de lo que sea hoy y dibujando pose de acciones. So when you have all these plans and they seem to be going accordingly, it feels great. But when things don't go according to the plan, you start to feeling like you're doing something wrong. So I'll start off with some sketches. Let me go to Pinterest. And, oh, I forgot to put the low latency. Oh, crap. Let me see if I can pause this thing. Matt Art. Hey, Matt. Thank you for coming through on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. Let me see if I can pause this live. And I don't know how to do that. Can I do that? So that I can change. Because yesterday the latency on this thing was amazing. It was great. It was super low. I guess I won't be able to, but let's see. Alright, so this is in... okay, so it's not that bad. Alright, so I'll be starting with some poses. Voy a empezar con unas poses para soltar la mente y el lápiz. And then I'll get into, at the end, probably I'll work on some of the client stuff that I just got to get some rough thumbnails in. So you guys can also see how I do some thumbnails and get things rolling. But yeah, you already know. Welcome. Thank you for joining. So I'm speaking a little bit motivational, you know, as I always do. But tonight I want to speak about my, I felt a little discouraged this week. But again, like right before I go in on the live, I feel all fired up and ready for action, you know. And I don't know if it was the hairstyle that I did today that gave me that little energy, or that I worked out right before the live. But I have a unicorn or a rhinoceros horn, but I don't know. I don't know what gave me the strength, but you got to do things to yourself. You know, you got to find ways to motivate yourself. You got to find ways to keep yourself in check. And I also revisited all my goals that I've been making for the month and for the past couple of months, revisiting my and checking all the things that I've checked, erase, you know, and continue with new, fresh eyes and refresh, restart. You know, we have to reboot our computer when it freezes too, you know. So just like we reboot our computers, we got to reboot our vision boards. We got to reboot. We got to clean. We got to do all these things to make sure that we're on track. Lohi M, welcome to the live. My wife did this cleaning thing on her Instagram, which reminded me that I need to, you know, move things around to remind yourself that, by the way, you can follow her at Amira PG, AMR. Yeah, that Amira PG, AMIRA.PG. She did some spring cleaning, and I had my board full of things that I finished and things that got canceled, things that I worked on, and you know, revisiting it. It's the way that you refocus and you have your tunnel vision again. All right, so let's look for action poses. And for those people inspiring to get back into art or practicing art, to do figure drawings is a really good practice that I do. In order to lose my pen, my mind, my eyes, to loosen it up, to get warmed up. And yeah, this thing is a little laggy. So I always, again, you see what I'm saying about learning things? There's always something to learn, you know. And yesterday I did it right, but today I forgot to click that little button, which I can't stop the stream now. All right, let's see action poses. what is something that you guys have to revisit in this spring? You know, we've been 5 months into 2020. What is something that you guys have started that you slacked up a little bit, or have you been on top of everything? If you haven't been on top of everything, what was that thing that you needed to get to that you haven't gotten to and you want to get to? Let me know in the comments. And again, this is being recorded on YouTube, so you guys can see this later on YouTube. All right, so let's get started with this Muay Thai kick, Muay Thai knee. By the way, also in the past, I was doing these time poses, but they were going by super fast, and I wasn't getting any gestures in. So this one is up to me how long it lasts. Yesterday, by the way, we spoke about control. For that, we used Tasmanian Devil for the live, and spoke about the benefits of control, and also like how sometimes we can lose ourselves when we're trying to control too much. So sometimes it's good to just let things flow and not worry too much, you know, because at the end of the day, things will work out. I'm doing these figure drawings because on Mondays I do animation, and if you guys didn't see the last animation I made on Monday, it was about bachata, and definitely I'll say that doing these figure drawings have helped me tremendously when it comes to creating shapes, finding the shapes right away in these images, because I was guiding myself from oh, let me send this live to see if people want to join. Yeah, that I was yeah, so the life has jeez, I'm losing my train of thought here, thinking too much. That these figure drawings have helped me greatly when it comes to the animation, because the reference I was using was from a video, and I didn't have a lot of time to, you know, stop the video, go forward. So I'll find the shapes that I think can define the human body. I was animating two people dancing, and I was pretty impressed that I was able to get the two people in and have some movement and have to show some people by the end of the animation, in comparison to the previous animation that I tried to do, which is I was only animating one person, and I didn't get to clean that up as well as I did the last animation. So again, for, you know, whatever you want to do, if you want to get better at something, you got to practice, and you got to plan your practice too. Don't just go in randomly, go in it crazily. You know, have some sort of structure and have a game plan before you even start. So, and something that I suffer from was from doing too many lines, and I'm trying to get better at that, even when it comes to the sketches, because the less lines you have, the better the forms will be read, and we're looking for shapes, you know. So for this hand here that is next to the elbow, I'm just finding a square right above it and doing like a little triangle here to indicate fingers. And I don't have the pressure of the time, which that was something that was also killing me, and I will just do a bunch of chicken scratch as I'll try to do the hand or the body or find a gesture line. But definitely being conscious of that, and being conscious, a little more conscious of the sketch, the lines that I'm putting down. They're not just random lines. And the other reason why I gotta be a little more cautious is because I do a stroke, and look, I left my pen and it's still drawing. So that lag is insane. But yeah, I'm very happy that my clients have been getting my shirts. Not my clients, my followers and my friends. I've been getting my shirts, which I really appreciate.
Ready together to see how we're
And thank you, because it motivates me to keep making things, It took me a long time, and my sister-in-law told me all the time, and my wife, to put my art on shirts and sell it. But because I was like, oh, but nobody wants it. Nobody's asking for them. But nobody knows what they could buy if they're not on the store. If you don't put whatever you can sell in a store, nobody would buy whatever you have. If you don't say that you offer a service, nobody would hire you for a service. So if you have a talent, a skill that you feel like you can provide to somebody or some people, just tell people that you can do something, and it is hard, sort of scary in the beginning, and you don't know what people's reaction would be, but be a little shameless. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. And that's also a topic that we covered here. That's some of the episodes that I did last week. You can find that on the channel. Shameless, how to be shameless. I give some tips, and I also show somebody that's really shameless, which is Bad Bunny and Toño Rosario, which are the Latin Tunes characters that I made. And yeah. What are some things that you guys plan to do or have planned but haven't achieved yet? I'll leave it in the comment here down below. What's the... Oh, the light is flickering. Leave it in the comment down below. Tell me what are some goals that you plan and that you have tried to achieve, but you haven't been able to, but you're going to achieve. Let me know. So, if you see here, we're not shooting for perfect accuracy for figure drawings. You want to get some lines in, and you don't want to go over the lines too many times. But you're pretty much finding the shapes. Finding round, curved shapes, or finding squares. Usually you would go for rounder shapes, like S-curves and things like that. But because I'm training for my animations, I'm just looking for rectangles, triangles, because they're easier to identify when it comes to animation. But preferably, again, the shapes that you want to do are more curves. All right, I think if I stay on this guy, I'm just gonna find a bunch of MMA fighters and things like that. So I'm just gonna keep looking. Let me see. Let me go to photography. Sometimes it is easier to look at other people's drawings, but sometimes you don't want to be influenced by their... Okay, there we go. You don't want to get influenced by their... This is a cool pose. You don't want to get influenced by their style or their drawing. So I'd rather just draw from real life. And this is a really cool action pose. And I think the moment I see this, you see the sand in the back, that's something that's really cool for animation. My plans are my secrets. There we go. So that's something too, We were just talking about that yesterday, how you're a master of what you keep, but you are a prisoner of what you share sometimes. And I respect that, man. But just touch base with yourself, And, because sometimes we have all these grandiose ideas that they're hard sometimes to accomplish. And if we don't check in with ourselves, we have a hard time sometimes achieving those goals. Yeah, all right. So and I know because of the quarantine and all, a lot of plans that we have or may have had have changed. So that's another reason why we gotta readjust. Always be flexible. Don't be too strict on yourself. Don't be too stern. Don't be too hard on yourself. And just do what you can. Because at the end of the day, we won't have control over everything. There'll be many things that would just be coming through as you can. I'm drawing war gallons. War gallons. What is that? War galleons. Graphic novel going to. Oh, nice. Very nice. I'm curious to see what this is now. This is what I like about these lives, that the interaction with people is so instantly that you don't have to wait like for a million days or a bunch of days to reply. Wow. What is this? Jeez. If you can share that image, you can send it to my Instagram. Whatever you're drawing, send me an image so I can share it here online. So we get to see what you're working on. Also, if anybody that's listening, whatever you're working, feel free to DM me your work so that I can give you a shout out. That's what we're here for. We're also trying to help people come through. And don't forget that on Wednesdays, at least until now, to further notice, Wednesdays is the day that I'll be having artists come through and speak about what they're working on, what they do. And it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what kind of art do you do or what kind of skills you have. If you have something to offer and share, just hit me up on the DMs or send me an email. My email is at the bottom here. Feel free to contact me anytime you like. Let me turn off this series because this is not part of the Latin tunes. This is just drawing and talking. And yeah, so feel free to share. Lupo, welcome. Joanna, welcome to the live. So we're just talking in general here. Today's an open forum, but I was saying that on Wednesdays, any artist that wants to be featured, might have somebody in mind already for this Wednesday, but just send me a DM and we can have a whole session with you, a whole hour talking about your art, and we can just make up conversations. I may have a topic in mind for every day as I've had in the past, but we can definitely talk about, if you have a topic that you want to talk about, we can definitely talk about that. So far, I've had a poet friend of mine, and I have had Cultura Comics from the Dominican Republic speak about the culture of comics and the state of comic books in the Dominican Republic at the moment. And it's been great. It was a great conversation. Hey, Macho, welcome to the live. Man, I need to have you on the live one of these days to speak about your music. We've been planning this, and we got to do it, man. Talk about your music. Talk about whatever you want. People need to know your music, man. You give really good messages in your music. So, Matthew, hopefully this works, man. Because every time we go live with you, the live sometimes doesn't allow it to go so smoothly. Because every time we go live with you. Hey, Matt.
What's up?
Nice. How you been?
I'm alright. How's everything with you?
Everything's good. Trying to keep active here.
Yeah, true to that. Oh shit, what's up, Lucky? What's good, Lucky? How you doing?
Lucky Charms.
Yeah. He's a high school friend.
Nice. You working on something right now?
Actually, I just finished it.
Oh yeah, you want to
Oh,
share?
Sure.
Nice. Let me
Thank you. It's
see.
for my animation. Hey, Mr. Galaxy, what's up? What's up, Mr. Galaxy?
Wait, let me see this for your animation. You started the animation already?
I only saw a part of it, but I need to incorporate the other characters.
That looks so dope.
Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
I'll show you one of the other ones.
Let me see if I can make the screen a little bigger too, so that people can see.
Thanks, Lucky. Appreciate it.
Let's see.
Let me see. Here we go.
Okay, I'll leave it like this for now. Nice.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
That looks so dope, man. You've gotten so much better.
Thanks, appreciate it. Thank you. Try.
You've been working hard.
Yeah, here and there.
That's good. That's good. These are for yourself, or these are for like a project you've been working on?
This was for a project for my typography class.
Cool, cool. Let me see the type. Dope, dope.
Let the free card. That's for the movie that's coming out in next year.
Oh wow, so you already have the poster made and everything.
Yep.
Damn. How long it took you to make that? And what were some of the challenges that you were facing when you were making that?
I guess it took like approximately like 25 to 30 minutes. That's how I would say.
Wow, 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So that means you can make a bunch of those in 7 hours.
Yeah. Thanks, Lucky. True that. My art style is more cartoon based, so yeah.
What was the project? Oh, this is the what is it? Joker that laughs.
Yeah, the Batman Who Laughs.
Batman Who Laughs.
He's Batman if the Joker toxin got inside his body. So he's got Joker's twisted mind and Batman's intelligent, so he's dark. He's like the best villain that DC ever created. He's the best in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that was a big twist and a nice twist that they made on Batman.
Yeah. Like he's so evil that, let's say for example, let's say somebody has the power to control his space and time or whatever, and you're their servant, and then you kidnap me, like I brought you him, and then I'm the Batman Who Laughs. I start tempting this person saying, oh, Hansiel, he doesn't have what it takes. He doesn't know the secrets that I know. So then I say, with you, just look into my mind. Because he did this to this character named Perpetua. He said to her, look into my mind, look into my head, and then I'll show you, and then you'll see. She looks into his mind, and next thing she's like, oh, I see.
When John
And then she starts laughing like the Joker. I'm like, bruh.
Oh wow.
Like he's like, even when he's in danger, he always plans ahead. That's how dark he is.
And so that's the other thing, like mixing the Joker with Batman. Those are the like a very good, interesting mix, because Batman has so much planning, but the Joker doesn't plan or plans ahead too much. So that everything that goes his way regardless.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things that really attracted me to the Heath Ledger Joker when he made that statement. I think he said something along those lines of like.
He said, if you're good at something, never do it for free.
That's also true. Yeah, man. Let's see some of your other work. That looks dope.
Alright, well, I mean, the rest of my work's on the on my iPad, but I'll show you something else.
Woof.
Yeah.
You haven't shared these on your IG, right?
I shared something like this before, but it was a sketch with a marker. This is digitally drawn.
Nice. And this is on Illustrator?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm happy you also made the transition into digital, because for a while we were talking about it and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do it. And have you had any do you feel any different like going digital than when you were doing it on paper?
Actually, I'll be honest with you, yeah, because like originally, like I always have to like erase if I made a mistake, but here I can just erase it perfectly, and it's perfectly clean.
Right. And we had a conversation like that with some of the guys before, and it's hard sometimes to make the transition. But once you make it, you can't go back. Like I mean, you can because of it doesn't feel the same, but nice. But you always will prefer this at the end because it's just faster. That looks dope.
Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you.
These are for free, like I mean, for yourself, not for school.
Yeah, this is for myself. Yeah.
Nice. Welcome to the live, King of Shots and Lewis Productions. Welcome. Sharing some artwork and drawing some figure drawings. All right, so let's check out some of the drawings that Grit and Guts sent us. We're gonna see in the email. So how's school going, Matthew? With
School's alright. School's good.
And it's been good so far with like the quarantine and all.
Yeah, it's been good. Yo, I gotta show you something. You know the Spider-Man game that came out in 2018? It predicted the coronavirus.
No way. The Spider-Man game?
Bro, yeah. It predicted the coronavirus.
I just saw something my brother sent me about The Simpsons predicting a bunch of things already. Like the bees. There's a new thing that's coming out. I don't know.
Yeah.
What did the Spider-Man thing say?
Like, hold on. It was. Here, I'm gonna show you the video right now. Oh, he's stuck in ads.
Ads. Let's see. Alright, let's change. Bro, vengo un rato, seguir mirando tu talento. Gracias. Estamos hablando y dibujando aquí. That's Dr. Octopus? What?
Yep. Look what he does.
Whoa.
Yeah. Not to mention also this part too. Every place was converted to a hospital. People were in masks, coughing. It's crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then also there was also the Subway ad in the Spider-Man game that said stay home, stay safe. If you have any flu-like symptoms, like stay home. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh man.
That game came out in 2018.
Yeah, so damn.
It's like almost like they knew this would happen.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of things. Oh, so there's a lot of things like that I've seen that are very sketchy, and I'm like, well, I don't know how this is coincidence, but hey, let's see here. So Grits and Guts here sent us his zombie. Wow, this is so detailed. And that lighting here, that lighting looks dope, man. You seeing this, Matthew? Check this out real quick.
Oh shoot, wow.
The lighting, and it's all in pencil.
Wow, it's lit.
Literally, it's lit with the car in the back, so we can see all the lighting coming through. Nice. Good stuff. Send me your Instagram so I can show you, so I can also give you a shout out.
Hold on a second.
Let me just see.
It's the official MC artist, you know.
Say it again.
The official MC artist right here.
Gotcha. Okay. Just gonna find your Instagram. Alright, so I'll be sharing the Instagram of Matthew, and I'll also be sharing the Instagram of Grits and Guts. Let's see how I open it up. Just so you guys can
official MC UFC artist.
There we go. So go check out Matthew's work, and send him a DM and see what's up. Oh, I didn't see this one. This one you posted today.
I posted that on
I did like
last week, I think.
Nice. That looks so dope. And your shadows have gotten so good too.
Thank you. I always said flat colors, which was, you remember that one, the ancestor one?
Oh yeah.
Everyone kept on saying like, oh my gosh, you look just like him.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm like,
Dope. And your Spider-Man pieces come out really good, man.
Thank you.
Awesome. And if let's see, Grits and Guts, you can share your Instagram so I can give you a quick shout out here. And thank you again for you guys coming through and just spending some time with me on this Friday. I only have Facebooks. Send your Facebook, doesn't matter. You can just post it here in the comments and I'll find it. You should make an Instagram just to post your work also, Grits and Guts, because it just opens up to a different audience, and Instagram is pretty fun. It's intimidating sometimes, but it serves its purpose, when it has to. But let me get back into some of this stuff. And nice. You've been updating your website, Matthew, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. You designed it yourself as well?
It's a Wix website. I take web design, but the only thing is that why need web design for when you have Wix and Squarespace? So.
Yeah, they pretty much just give you templates and we can fix them up to whatever you want. Yeah, that's the same way I have it. I did take web design, but remember all the encodings and things like that? I just think it's not for me. I feel like I'm writing books when I'm writing code.
Yeah, hated it. Even my web design professor, I mean, my work is good in her class and everything, but she's like anybody who is not feeling, who's like always over the semester. She literally said, if anybody's over the semester, it's okay. You can get a B plus, and you want to continue on the class, you have an A. So I'm like, I learned, okay. So I just continued on with the class just to get that A.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it.
Was it hard? Were people having a hard time with web design, or was it regular?
I mean, with all this with this pandemic going on, a lot of people stressed about it. So we're quarantined, we're home, and you don't know what's going on. So she just gave everybody a break.
And it's the online classes, right, that everybody's been doing?
Yeah.
Did you get used to that already? The way everything changed and transitioned?
Yeah, it was good. It's cool. Honestly, I like it. That way I don't have to rely on public transportation. I hope they do it for the fall.
Oh yeah, so this is you rather this anytime than going back to regular school and.
I miss bumping into a few friends here and there. We miss each other and stuff, but it's I guess it's just public transportation. So yeah.
Yeah, and then you're always on time when you do the stream. Yeah, using Zoom.
Zoom, yeah. Some of us use Zoom. Some of us use Google Meet. So.
Nice. Yeah, there's always a way,
Yeah.
And the more technology changes, things are just getting easier and easier. Elkis Nova Art, welcome to the live. Wild Film Works, welcome. So we're just chopping it up today, open forum, just talking about whatever we want and doing some figure drawings.
I'll be honest, I'll use references from Google to perfect my drawings. Or I also use some action poses too.
Yeah, because I the more you practice the poses and stuff, the more dynamic your drawings will become, and the less you have to remember things. Like the more you practice, the easier that your muscle memory becomes, the better.
True, very true.
Yeah. So it took me a while to get. I used to do this every day, but things pick up, things slows down, and you gotta keep planning every time. So decided to do every Friday just to make it a schedule thing, and people could join in. And if anyone wants to start figure drawing, you can start, and send me the whatever you do, and then we'll share it on my IG and on YouTube.
Yeah. But also, for one of my other design classes, I designed this. Oh, shoot, what's up, Byron? We had to do like a package design thing, so I chose so I decided to make a T-shirt and like a box.
Nice. These are for sneakers, like boxes for sneakers.
No, it was like some like digital thing we had to do just for my design class.
This is all in Illustrator. That looks really cool.
Yeah.
Let me see those shirts again.
Hold on.
Nice. Have you been thinking about putting these on sale or?
Yeah, I have. Hey, what did you do you send somebody your artwork and then they print it out for you on your shirt? Or
So
how do they do it?
I'm using Threadless right now. That is a website that you put the design and your work gets shipped out. You don't have to do much shipping. You don't have to do much calculating and things like that.
How much is it? A month?
It's free.
Pay? Oh really?
Yeah, it's free, and you're pretty much just putting your design and you're getting paid for your design. Just dope for all the artists, you know. There's also other websites that so I've been learning about different websites. Like I think Shopify has also an option that you can do that.
I was thinking about doing Shopify, but then I'm like, nah.
There's another one that my sister uses.
Is it TeePublic?
TeePublic. I'm not sure what it is, but I'll definitely let you know, and I'll just shout it out on the IG and send you a link. Hey, let me see. Somebody sent me a message. Drawing with the Doug Pug. Hey, how have you been? I love your artwork. Thank you for coming by. You know, it's been fun, man. It's been fun and sharing with the open world in a way, right? It's scary, but it's fun at the same time because you get feedback really quickly, and you know, we shouldn't be afraid to share our work.
Yeah, sometimes not.
Sometimes not. Yeah. Sometimes we hold the things that because there's some drawings that I don't share with anybody, and I hold those things to me because like I feel like nobody needs to see it. But I share the things that I think people would enjoy. But the things that I do for me, I don't really share those a lot, which actually I'm also lying because this sketch here, I did it for me and somebody saw it and they're like, you should put that on a shirt. You should print that. And I was just like, I didn't want to do that, but okay, I guess I will. And people seem to like the design. So sometimes those things that you keep to yourself, those secrets, people will appreciate it too. So it's just a little harder, you know.
Sure. Threadless, okay.
Yeah, so Threadless is a design-based website that you can sell mugs. So I got like a mug printed, got sweaters, shirts, and it's pretty cool. My friend just ordered some things for his baby, and they just got the package today, which I was excited about. You know.
I'm looking at the reviews. The reviews are kind of hard. The reviews are poor.
Really?
For Threadless.
Let me see.
They said the reviews are poor.
What are some of the things that people are saying?
Let's see. Made an order of 5 shirts about 2 weeks ago. The email said it takes 5-10 business days for processing, but after checking the order, it still says processing. Hopefully things turn out well, given the extra days.
Yeah.
Do not order face masks from Threadless. Place an order on the 21st of April. Some shirts can't be found.
Yeah, no. So I have ordered some things, and it's taken a while. I think it's because of the situation with the virus, the coronavirus, that it's taken a little while for them. But my friend got their stuff got today, but they ordered it like I think sometime in April, and it did take a long time. So I just sent them an email today too about some orders that I made for myself. So you know, First time it was great. Second time with the whole thing starting wasn't so good. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, I do recall you did use custom ink before.
Oh yeah.
I still have one of your old t-shirts.
Yeah, so I use custom ink, but I wanted to try something different too because I had to. I didn't want to order in bulk right now because it's just easier when you just don't have to worry much about the shipping and nothing like that. So I just let them handle everything else, which clearly we see that sometimes it's not so good because they're taking long with the orders.
Yeah. Sorry.
But yeah, man, as things move forward, let's hope that things start getting back to normal.
True, that's true.
Yeah, man. What are your plans for the weekend?
Work out and draw.
Same here. Same here. You still been doing your special effect videos?
Nah. I'm just not just digitally drawing. That's it.
Yep. That means you focus, man.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see what next post we got. So, again, I'm doing these figure drawings and I'm looking for some action poses. And I'm not looking at the details. Just want to see pretty much what the forms are. Let's go with this one.
Yeah, let me find something for you. Let's see. How about something like these?
Yeah, so that's what I was saying earlier, that I wanted to use some from real life pictures, because if you sometimes draw from the drawings somebody else made, you might get influenced with their style. And even though people have developed their style and sometimes it's not so hard to keep to your own, sometimes it does influences you, and wanted to just keep it real. Keep it real.
Yeah, my style is mostly I guess my drawing style is very similar to Naruto the Naruto style.
It's like you're going for the anime look.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
For a long time, my style was a lot of Dragon Ball Z influences because that's what I grew up drawing. But after trying to get into animation, I started breaking things down into shapes that I can remember easier.
Yeah.
Since you have to redraw a lot, and not having enough time would limit your shape drawing.
That's a fact.
What classes are you taking right now in school?
Like I said, typography 2, design 2, web design, graphic novel 2. There's this other class. There's always that one class I'm forgetting. Motion graphics.
Oh, I was gonna say the one you like the least, but you probably like that one a lot.
The one I like the least is design 2. I mean, the professor, he's all right, but sometimes he can be very confusing when explaining what he wants. There was this one student. She did some sort of makeshift motion website so good. He told her to do it all over again. I'm like, what?
What? Yeah. She did it fast too. Did she do it quick? Sometimes they don't like.
It wasn't. She didn't do it quick. It was perfect. Everything was nice. Everything, the layout, the aesthetic, everything was fine. But for some reason he didn't like it. Said do it all over again. I'm like, bruh.
Yeah, that's tough. I had a professor, which I appreciated her because I feel like I learned a lot from her. It was my type 2 professor, and we had to do everything by hand. We couldn't use computers. The only thing we could use computers for was to print letters that we found. But we would come up to her with our wrinkled pages of pasting and stuff, and we'll put it up, and she'll be like, "No, this is not good enough." She'll rip it right in front of your face. And that was heartbreaking, but the second time I did the work, I did it faster.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would just looked at her like, I would have been like, oh, nah, you did not just do that.
Yeah. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Let's see. People are joining the Instagram and on Facebook. Too Wavy, welcome to the live. Hidalgo Photos, welcome. And we have Grit and Guts here that he says, Perfect Cell was my first detailed drawing from DVC. Jealousy. Yeah, I know. Cell was one of my favorites to draw too. And it's, I don't know, like it's hard. When you go into those detailed like drawing sometimes, and you want to get away from those styles, it becomes a little hard, but you don't have to be so strict on yourself. So things will develop again with time, because I hear people like, oh, I want to find a style, but you don't have to look for that will come with time.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like they should have like done Cell's design better, because I mean, don't get me, he's a cool character and everything, but his design, it bothers me. His perfect form bothers me. I think they should have given him here, since he has some Saiyan cells. For example, right here, this is an original design. They should that design would have fit a lot better.
I see. Damn, you should redesign Cell. That should be a challenge that we should do. Like as a group, whoever wants to join, not now, right now, because I have to finish some things, but I think that would be pretty cool to redesign some DBZ characters. That'd be pretty cool. When school is over and things like that, we can start doing things, challenges, and we can do it all together.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That looks really cool.
Thank you.
What are you working on you said you were doing animation or motion graphics?
It's motion graphics. Well, it's like motion graphics. It's like animation but different.
That's the Batman that you're working on?
Yeah, I'm trying to do like she's like pretend like as if you like you want to create a movie and you create a title sequence, and she like lists all the people who would fit in that movie. I'm like, aight.
Nice.
Yeah.
What are you planning to do with Batman? Like, are you gonna make him talk, or that would be funny?
No, it's gonna be an introduction of like of the story, and I'm gonna introduce the characters and the voice actors, who I think the voice actors would be great at playing. So. Yeah.
Nice. What were the other classes that you said you were doing? Type, motion graphic.
Design 2, graphic novel 2.
Tell me a little bit about graphic novel.
Graphic novel uses first she gave us some steps and directions into helping creating a comic and stuff. And for the final, we had to create a 10 to 12 page comic. I kind of went overboard. I made 14 pages instead.
14-page comic?
Yeah, it was supposed to be 12, but I did 14, and I'm like, no, I got to do 14.
Yeah, no, that's good. You gotta push yourself out sometimes, you know? Sometimes you dig a hole for yourself, you want to do too much, but I always think that if you just push yourself a little more, it's better to give more than less.
That's true. Very true to that.
You know? We see Drawing Pug says, you're so good at drawing, I usually don't share my art, but I think they don't look good. Well, you know, you never know what looks good to somebody else, you know, and I think that the only way to know is by sharing, little by little. Just work really hard on a piece that you think is good, and then start sharing your work, because it helps, you know, to start sharing. People can give you pointers, or give you tips and compliments to whatever you do. Compliments will always fill up some cup of your your creativity. So I encourage people to share, and you don't have to share with the whole world. Share with your friends. When I'm working on things, I personally send it to my brother, send it to close friends of mine, and get their opinion. Like I was working on this one today. I was working on this one today, so the live on Instagram finished. I'm just gonna continue it just a little longer, because I didn't want to just drop Matthew like that. So this one, I finished it, and then I was like, okay, I need to get back. I sent it to my brother. He was like, you got to fix this, and that. And he was like, I was like, I don't want to fix anything. But then again, I was like, just to make it better, we have to do those final revisions. And those are the ones that hurt because you don't want to retouch it after you finish. But after I listened to him, it does look better. Thanks. You're very helpful and kind. No problem, man. That's what I'm here for, you know. I'm trying to get into this, and you guys are helping me by just being here and talking and just interacting with me. So I appreciate your time. So thank you for joining, and the interaction helps. So I appreciate it. And again, I'll be creating some. Oh, there we go. I'll be creating some tutorials sometime soon because I just want to be able to guide and whatever. If you have suggestions, guys, for tutorials, let me know in the comments. What would you like to learn how to make? Welcome back, Matthew. Sorry, I didn't realize that the whole thing was shutting down. Hey, Amira. Eleanor, welcome to the live. So I'll be finishing the live around 11:45 tonight. Usually I just do an hour, but I feel like it's going in a good mode and it's a good flow and it's pretty chill. So again, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And I was gonna do a thumbnail for a client, but the computer's lagging a lot, so I'll just do it after the live. So yeah. You were saying about the graphic novel?
So I made 14 pages. It's based off. It's a Kingdom Hearts my fan comic of Kingdom Hearts, how it should have ended.
I always like those. Have you the should have ended thing? You have the power and control to make it however you want. I always think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I already have the design of the protagonist. I just need to finish the design. I already did the sketches. I just need to color the design of the antagonist of the first part. I
saw. So the Kingdom Heart you shared on your Instagram, is that for that graphic novel?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Let me share what I'm talking about so you guys can get a picture too of what I'm saying. Where is it? So and just to talk a little bit about graphic novels, because a lot of people want to make graphic novels. I see that Grit and Guts was saying that he's working on a graphic novel too. What are some of the things that they're telling you to do in the class as you are developing graphic novel? What are the steps that you're going for?
Make sure like the thumbnails are right, and like when you how do I say it? Like when you design the boxes of the comics, make sure that they're like in order, that it's not so confusing. Yeah. And also like make sure the gutters are perfectly shaped because one little mess up can be a problem.
Right, but you have to design the characters before you even get into writing, right?
Yeah. I already have the villain. He's gonna have a bodysuit similar to this guy. His hair is white.
Nice.
Okay.
This is the one that you're talking about. This is the design that you have, right, for the Kingdom Hearts?
No, that's me as another character.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta go. Should I go back up?
Up.
Up, yeah. I'll tell you.
Oh, here we go. This one?
Yeah, but I changed the color scheme. The color scheme looks mad different now.
Oh.
I changed everything about that one.
But do you have it on your IG?
No, not yet.
Okay. All right, so let's look at this. So this would be the character in your graphic novel that you'll be redrawing a lot?
Yeah. Originally, like I said, I was just bored, so I drew myself as the protagonist, but I'm like, I want to take a step further. I want to draw myself with the same outfit, but with a different color scheme, a much more edgy look.
Matthew, they're saying that is awesome. Grits and
Thank
Guts
you.
is saying that is awesome.
Thank you. Tell him I said thank you.
He said thank you. Yeah, I think he could hear you. Yeah, the microphone should be working fine. Yep. Yeah, that looks really good. Can't wait.
Thank
Will you
you.
be sharing your graphic novel online on your website?
To be honest, I didn't really think about it. I guess I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always something that I always say, like, you know, we don't always have to share everything, but the things that you want to promote and people to, as a creator for like a service that you want to provide, if you have a graphic novel, I think you should share it if that's something that you want to make for other people too, because people would see what you can do, and then they will be like, oh, I want that for me, and little by little you start getting new clients for different things, and depending on what you share, even though you know how to do something and people don't see it, they won't ask you to do it because they haven't seen you do it yet. So people would say like, oh, I want to be a character designer, but you're not creating characters, you're doing graffitis. So people can't see what you can do if you don't show it, you know. So that's when it comes to finding work and things like that. That's a bit of an advice there. And Instagram helps a lot. You know, a lot of the clients I get sometimes come from Instagram. I've gotten some clients over emails and applying to jobs, but lately it's been a lot on Instagram.
Yeah. Honestly, I was supposed to do an internship this year, but then like but when this like pandemic happened, like that got canceled. So.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. And there's no way that you could. There's no way that you can do it online.
Nah.
What?
I haven't heard anything back from them, so guess not. I mean, everything's shut down, so.
That's true. Yeah, but if you can, send them an email and ask them if you can do it online, because a lot of the work that you can do from home, and then you just got to revise it, because that's clear. That's literally how the work is that I'm been doing for a while. It has been for like digital artists. Do your stuff on digital stuff. Josephus, welcome to the live. Oliver DZ, welcome. DGZ. Yeah, so, and if you find clients right now, I think it's also good practice, you know, to just start doing things for people that you think may appreciate it, or somebody asks you to do something. And at first, you know, the money is not the goal, is to get the work in. But as you start getting more work, you should, you know, consider charging for things that you do, because people are contacting you. That means your work, they're enjoying what you do. So.
That's true. Very true. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Strong words of wisdom, says Grit and Guts. Thank you. And, you know, just have fun. You know, everything should be fun. Once you go into this route of art, it does become work after a while, but always remember that you're doing what you love, and you need to make it fun for yourself.
Amen to that.
All right, so we'll be finishing the live. This will be the last figure drawing. Now it's 11:45. I appreciate you guys coming through. Thank you so much for joining. 4 or 5, that's not bad. And the pace was pretty smooth, pretty slow. Thank you, Matthew, for joining the live. I appreciate your input and sharing your work. I'm looking forward to your graphic novel and looking forward to your animation project. So let me just zoom in here so people can see the final pieces.
That's crazy. And thanks, man. Thank you for having me. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Blessings to you. And stay safe and healthy.
Same to you. All right, have a good one.
You too, man. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Thank you, Grits and Guts and Drawing with Dog Pug. If you guys are following me on Instagram, if you're not following me, make sure you follow me on Instagram so you guys can be featured here whenever you come by. I may also have other ways of featuring artists, maybe through Zoom or Google Hangouts as things will develop. D. Nick, welcome to Drawing and Talking. this is the final. This is the end of Drawing and Talking for tonight. Thank you so much for those who came through. Really appreciate your input and time. We'll be back on Monday with another Drawing and Talking. And again, remember that Mondays is for animation. Motion Mondays is what we've been calling it. So if you haven't followed me, thank you a lot. Lots of inspiration. Send me DMs of questions that you may have that you may want me to go over. Leave it in the comments below. And again, never stop learning for you, because when you learn, you can teach others. Peace out. Peace. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on social media. And if you like the video, click the like button. If you want to see more videos, click the video in the middle. And don't forget, never stop learning for you.